We all know that having quiet time with God is super important each day. But what do you do when your thoughts are distracting you? When there's so many little things that are vying for your attention? And by the time that you come to the end of the quiet time, you're like, that seemed completely useless. Well, in this video, I'm going to share 4 keys to be able to take your thoughts and let them help you in your quiet time instead of distract you. Hi there, I'm Lisa Berg from Salt Solutions Coaching, empowering the 2.0 version of you. We love to share practical tools and tips on this channel of how to walk and talk with Jesus every day. So if you're new here, consider liking and subscribing and sharing this video. You know, there is a beautiful principle of having quiet time with the Lord. Spending time with Him when it's just you and Him. And whether you can do that for hours each day or you snatch pieces of time because maybe you're a young family and there's lots going on. Wherever it is that you are with Him, quiet time is a beautiful time to just connect with Him, be free of distractions, hear what He's saying, worship Him, love on Him, and let Him love on you. But you know, so often we've heard our coaching clients say so many times, yes, but what do I do with the fact I get it all ready? I've got my Bible, I've got my time, I've got everything. And then I've got this laundry list of thoughts start coming through my mind. And it happens to every single one of us. You know, so after years of this happening, I was like, Lord, what do we do about it? And He's given me 4 keys that I want to share with you today that have really helped me so much. Take the anxiety out of that quiet time, having to look like something, having to look like a certain way, right? And actually just making it a beautiful time where I get together with God. So the first one we're going to look at is, first of all, take notice of the thoughts you're thinking and just pray through those thoughts. So for the longest time, I would think of, Uncle Joey and Auntie Louise and think about them for a little while and where they're going and how they're doing. And then I'd realize that I'd got off track and I wasn't thinking about God or reading my Bible. And I'd chastise myself and I'd go, no, come on, stop thinking about them. Let's think about the Bible. Until I realized that actually, what if God is putting them onto my mind to talk to Him about? So I started this adventure. I was like, oh, this is really a possibility. And I went, okay, Lord, if you're bringing people to my mind or situations to my mind, will you help me to stop and ask you why they're there? Should we be praying for them? Should we text them? Should we send them a blessing? What should we do, right? And it transformed a ton of my quiet time because I think about people a lot in my quiet time. And so I began to ask the Holy Spirit's help to, hey, instead of my thoughts running away and, there's 20 minutes later, I realized that I'm still thinking about them. Help me to, at the beginning, realize that, oh, I'm thinking about these people and stop and ask you what I get to do about it. Try it. It is so much fun to partner with God and actually pray for people, think about people, text people, whatever it is that He leads you to do, because that's part of what you and He get to do in your quiet time. So the second one is write down what comes to your mind so that you can pay attention to it later. So if it's something that can't be taken action of right now, like adding something to the shopping list or a note for the meeting later today or pick up Susie from gymnastics at 4. It's not something that can be actioned right now. Give yourself permission to have a pen and paper or an electronic notepad, preferably something that, you can't see your texts and emails and things on. So just something that you can take that thought and you can write it down quickly. Because what happens is it transfers that thought out of your head onto the paper. So that now once it's done, you can leave it there and say, I'm going to look at you later. And the beautiful thing is that removes it from your thinking process, but it's safe. You will be able to go back to it later and do something about it because it's on the piece of paper. And something happens to your mind that it goes, okay, I'm done. I don't need to think about that more, right? So those things that you can't take action on right now, write down on a piece of paper next to you. Number 3, move your body, walk and talk. It helps your mind to engage in a different way. So if you're sitting somewhere or in a stationary position, just get up and start walking. Sometimes I'll wiggle my legs or I'll dance or I'll do something, put on some worship music, just something to get your body physically moving, because it helps your mind to get into, it clicks out of maybe the rut that it's in or the pattern that it's in, but it also helps your body to engage in a different way. And your mind goes, oh, okay, we're walking and talking now. So if I find myself sitting and I'm praying about something and I either start falling asleep or I go off on a tangent, I actually get up and I walk. So I have this pattern that I walk in my living room in the morning. And I find that if I make it a pattern, and I don't stop at the fridge or the counter or whatever, but I make it this pattern, something happens and my prayers actually stay on track and they're focused. And when I'm talking to the Lord and hearing Him, I'm way more focused if I'm actually moving my body. So try that. However you can move, even if you have to sit somewhere, just wiggle your legs, wiggle your hands, just do something that activates your body, that puts your mind in a different space. And then number 4 is ask God what He wants to talk about. This was revolutionary for me. You know, I thought we get to come to God and talk to Him about things and our laundry list of things, and I'd spend time with Him and worship and read the Word and that kind of thing. But a friend introduced this to me and I suddenly thought, you know what, Lord, I can ask you what you want to talk about. What's on your heart today? What's hurting your heart? What's making your heart happy? What's going to happen today, this week, this month, in this country, in other countries in the world? How can I be agreeing with heaven right now? Right? Which is a beautiful part of what Jesus taught us in the Lord's Prayer. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. And if all of these are helping you, the last one I'd recommend, I've actually got 5, is just praying through the Lord's Prayer. I take it and I just open the Word and I go, Our Father. And I stop there and I go, Lord, thank you that you're my Father. Thank you that you love us the way you do. Right? And then I go, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Lord, thank you that your name is holy. Thank you that it's majestic and beautiful. Thank you that you are the King of kings and the Lord of lords. You are above everything. There is nothing that is bigger than you. Nothing that can take me away from you, separate me from you. Nothing. And you see, as you use the framework of the Lord's Prayer, all of a sudden this gratitude and the rest of prayer bubbles out of you. So I bless your quiet time to be a real deep connection time with the Lord. Whether it's reading the Word, if He leads you to read a book, then read a book. If it's full of listening to songs and worshiping, if it's just sitting quietly and asking Him what His thoughts are. Your quiet time is exactly that, a time to connect with the one who loves you the most. So good. So underneath this video are some questions for your journaling time. Questions is to help and prompt a deeper relationship with you and the Lord. So I bless you to have wonderful, wonderful times with your Father. As always, Jesus is inviting you on an adventure today. Will you accept? Bless you, bless you, bless you, and I'll see you next week. Like and share this video. Send good news around the world.